Welcome to Jake's Savvy Moment, where you can get tips and ideas on how you can improve your and your horse's development. Roll the tape. Today on Jake's Savvy Moment, we're going to talk about the Serpentine Pattern. Now, way back when I did a Savvy Moment, we talked about the sequencing of the riding patterns and how you can put them together so it optimizes your horse's development and speeds up the process. The second pattern, after just getting your horse to go and where we just tipped the nose that we did, was the Serpentine Pattern. And something I've noticed when teaching and watching people ride their horses is how they ride the Serpentine Pattern. And there's a way that you can ride that pattern to help your horse and get the most bang for your buck, or you can accidentally teach your horse some negative behaviors and patterns while doing a positive pattern. And so it kind of cancels out your time with your horse. So we're going to look at how you can ride straight in between the turns, and then also how you can ride past the center, which is going to move the shoulders out of the way and set up the hip to have space to move. And this is going to be really important, especially later on in your horse's development when you start doing lead changes, because you really need to have the hip to have room to come into the lead and lead versus the shoulders being there. And if you don't take the shoulders out of the way and keep them over early and teach your horse that responsibility of standing up straight on their own, you can then get in a little bit of trouble where you're having to do a whole lot with your reins, your legs, your spurs, your sticks, and it's not as fun for everybody. So what I'm going to do is we have a nice fresh arena. We're going to ride so that you can see the lines that I create when I just go straight from wall to wall, and then we're going to move down to new fresh sand, and I'm going to ride past the center and show you what those lines look like to help you with your focus when you're riding your horse so you can improve their development. Okay, so I'm riding the old gray horse here, and we're coming straight along the short wall. When we get to the wall here, I'm going to use my left leg back to help put a bend in his body. I'm going to turn, look across the arena at the blue dot, and ride straight over there the best we can, keeping in between my legs and reins. Now I'm going to put my right leg back, make a turn, come straight at you, and really I'm just looking at trying to ride straight across and make this serpentine pattern where I get to practice half a circle and then go. And what can happen is, a lot of times, see, now my shoulders are on this side and my horse is over prepared to start turning. He's starting to assume, because I put him over there, that we're going to turn. And that line is not as straight as before. And it seems like a little thing at first, but if his shoulders start coming way over here, he's leading with the shoulders. Okay? And I'm going to ride over top of this line and make a straight line this time and make the same turn to the right so you can see the difference of straight versus leading with the shoulders, so you can see where the two lines deviate. And I came on this one versus there going to the wall. So now I'm riding back in these tracks. And right here is where it splits off, and I'm going to keep his shoulders straight. So that's just an exercise in straightness. We're going to scooch down, and I'm going to ride past the center and set the hip up to lead before making the turn. So you can see the difference of that. And if you spend a little more time riding your horse like that, the straightness is going to be easier, and you're going to be more prepared when you start picking up the pace and doing this towards a canter, to prepare you and your horse for good quality flying lead changes. So now we've got some nice fresh sand here without any tracks. I'm going to ride towards the red dot here And I'm going to take the shoulders way over here, and I might use my reins in the beginning to get that hip over there to lead before I make my turn. So I made a bit of an S pattern. And when I come over here, I'm not going to ride straight. I'm going to ride back towards where I came so I can lead with the hip. And then use my left leg to swoop around here. So I've got my left leg on, my left leg on, my left leg on, my left leg on, and I'm going to make sure that the shoulders stay over here. There went the hip. Now I'm going to switch to my right leg and keep the horse over and get the bend. So notice the nice exaggerated S. So it's almost a serpentine within a serpentine. This is going to really help set your horse up in the future. As we kind of roll the credits, I'll just canter through here and show you what I'm talking about at faster speeds. And I want you to take the time, slow and right, to make sure that your horse is prepared with the appropriate position for the next transition. Whether that's a new bend, a new gait, a new lead, and it's going to give you a lot more success and help you from having to go back and undo inappropriate patterns. Hope you've enjoyed this savvy moment.